Shalom. This is Power Thumb of the Great Millstone Houston Camp, back with another lesson to edify the elect of the nation of Israel. So before I begin, as always, giving all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shah, Bahasham, Chakadash, the warners to the elder apostles and the elder bishops of the Great Millstone who rule well. Peace, blessing, and salutation unto the elect of the nation of Israel, which the Israelites are us, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and predominantly in all the Israelites scattered abroad, in which the elect amongst us are the Israelites that will be saved when our Lord Yahweh Shah come with the angels on chariots because of their faith and belief in the gospel that's being preached by specifically of the Great Millstone and all that follow the same doctrine. So with this lesson, you have this on WION. I believe it's an Indian news outlet, and they had a live stream yesterday, and it was the question was posed in the caption: will there be a nuclear war? And according to Bible prophecy, there will be a nuclear war, which will take place during World War III. All right. Which this is soon to happen. This is going to happen during our generation. And here in America, according to prophecy, is going to be totally laid desolate. All right. So Lord willing, this lesson is edifying. Get some precepts to make it quick. This is 2 Peter chapter 3 and verse 6. It says, whereby the world that then was, being overflowed with water, perished. And we know that happened during Noah, and the people in the world, except for 8 souls, perished by water. All right, this was a great judgment. Okay, it is a mass extinction to a whole nother level. All right, the earth was populated back then with millions of people. All right, now it's going to happen again. All right, it's going to happen again, this mass extinction or deletion of people. It says, by the heavens, the earth, which are now by the same word, are kept in store. All right, so this time we living in, all right, by the same word are kept in store, reserved unto fire, against the day of judgment and perdition of ungodly men. All right, so this time the world is not going to be consumed by water to destroy the people on a mass level. It's going to be by fire this time. All right, I'm going to jump down to verse 10. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and that's by thermonuclear missiles. The elements shall melt with fervent heat. What is that fervent heat? The thermonuclear fire that's going to come from the warheads. The earth also and the works therein, the works that are therein, shall be burned up. This is by way of a nuclear war. This will happen during a nuclear war. And it says, seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved. So everything here in America, in Israel, in different parts of the earth, will be dissolved. And it's going to change. This is the changing of rulership. So the whole function, the whole system is going to change, because our Lord Yahweh Shai is going to establish his throne. He's going to establish Yahweh's throne, which is his kingdom on earth, and the Israelites will be joint heirs with him in that kingdom. And it says, what manner of person ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness. So we are Hebrew Israelites. We ought to behave ourselves and conduct ourselves as holy, okay, and godly Israelites. Holy and godly Israelites. That word conversation go into your anastrophe, which is your behavior. All right. So let's go from there to Revelation chapter 16 and 16. And it reads, well, I'm going to start at verse 14. For they are the spirits of devils working miracles. And that's talking about these Edomites. All right. Working miracles which go forth into the kings of the earth. Right. Nor they are spirits of devils working miracles. All right. Which go forth unto the kings of the earth in the whole world to gather them to the battle of the great day of the Most High Almighty. So ultimately, who's going to cause this World War III is these Edomites going to stir up these other nations to go to war. All right, and ultimately, the Most High is putting His mindset in the king, in the rulers that be, in the kings of today, which is your leaders of these different countries. All right. The Edomites are the so-called white people. All right. So Revelation 15, behold, I come as a thief. Blessed is he that watcheth and keepeth his garment. So watch for the prophecies, that's our job. And keep his garment is this truth. Right. He that endureth to the end, the same shall be saved. Lest he walk naked, which is without this truth, without understanding of the word of the Most High and His Son, which is Yahweh, Yahushua, and they see His shame. That means His wickedness. Okay. And He gathered them together in a place called, in the Hebrew tongue, Armageddon. All right. And this word in the Hebrew, Armageddon, is Hormagat-1, which is the mountain of truths. All right. See, a mountain or a range of hills, right? And then you hit and troops. You got mountain and you got troops. All right. Hormagat-1, mountain of troops. And that's what's happening. The Lord is gathering these different nations to the valley of Jehoshaphat to receive their destruction by the way of thermonuclear missiles and by way of the fire from the laser beams. All right. That fire is going to come out of those chariots. Well, the laser beams going to come out of those chariots too. All right. Which is fire. This is Zephaniah chapter, let's see. It's Zephaniah chapter 3 and 8. Therefore wait ye upon me, said Yahweh, until the day that I rise up to the prey. For my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms. Okay, so that's the mountain of the troops right there. To pour upon them my indignation, even all my fierce anger, for all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy. All right. Not the whole world. It's just specific parts of the world. All right. America being a big part of that, Israel being a big part of that, it's going to be a lot of fire here on earth by way of those thermonuclear missiles. And other countries will be hit. All right. But not the whole world will be burnt up. All right. And the scriptures prove that. So I want to go to the Apocrypha and read 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter, in verse 20. And it reads, behold, said the Most High Yahweh, I will call together all the kings of the earth to reverence me, which are from the rising of the sun, from the south, from the east, and from Lebanon, to turn themselves one against another and repay the things that they have done to them, like as they do yet this day unto my chosen, which are the Israelites. So will I do also, and recompense in their bosom, thus said the Lord power. All right, so the Lord gonna have these nations, okay, go into World War III and fight against each other. In the place that they're gonna go to is the Valley of Jehoshaphat. And this is Joel chapter 2, Salakia chapter 3, and verse 1. For behold, in those days and at that time I will bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem. So in the day of all-out war, nuclear war, all right, the Lord is going to bring back the captivity. He's going to take away the captivity of the nation of Israel by delivering the southern and northern kingdom, starting with the elect in those chariots. And I will also gather all nations and bring them down to the valley of Jehoshaphat, which is in the Hebrew Yahweh Shaphat. And I will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage, Israel, for they have scattered among the nations, whom they have scattered amongst the nations, and parted my land. All right, I'm going to go down, and it reads in verse 9, Joel 3:9, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, these the heathen nations, prepare war, wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up, beat your plowshares into swords, and your pruning hooks into spears. So turn pretty much focus on developing your military and its weapons, okay? And that's the mindset of these nations today. They're more focused on military, okay, their defense, their weapons, than they are on the agriculture. All right. And it says, let the weak say I'm strong. All right. So the weak are now saying they're strong. Why? Because these smaller countries, they have nuclear weapons as well. All right. Assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither call thy mighty ones to come down, O Yahweh. All right. And the mighty ones are the angels. They're going to come down with Yahweh Shai during this time. Let the heathen be awakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat. And this is what you call the the Fertile Crescent, over what they call the Middle East. All right, more so the lands between the Red Sea and the Euphrates. That's where the Valley of Jehoshaphat is located. All right, and it says, let the heathen be awakened and come up to the Valley of Jehoshaphat, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. Put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come down, get you down, for the press is full. The fats overflow, for their wickedness is great. So this is why, all right, these nations are going to be destroyed, starting with so-called white man, the Edomites, because they have a spread wickedness throughout the four corners of the earth. Multitudes in the valley of decision. That's the valley of Jehoshaphat, the valley of decision. Okay, what is this decision? Judgment. Because Yahweh Shaphat is Yahweh judge. All right. For the day of Yahweh is near in the valley of decision. Okay. So this is Isaiah chapter 9 and verse 9 and verse 6, and it reads, I'll start here. Isaiah 9 and 5. For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise, and garments rolled in blood. But this will be with burning and fuel of fire. So all the other battles, were fought before this modern age. It will fought hand-to-hand combat, arrows. You had blood spill everywhere. But this war, okay, which is World War III, will be fought with burning and fuel of fire. All right. And after that, Yahushua, it goes into Yahushua's kingdom, comes right after this. This is Isaiah chapter 34 and 1. Come near ye nations to hear, and hearken ye people, let the earth hear, and all that is therein, the world and all things that come forth of it. For the indignation, which is the righteous anger of Yahweh, is upon all nations. Right? So Yahweh is saying that he's justified in being angry and to take it out on all the nations, and his fury upon all their armies. You see, his fury is going to be upon their armies. He hath utterly destroyed them. He had delivered them to the slaughter. Who? The armies. So the militaries of the world is going to lose. Okay? They're going to all lose. Right? Their slain also shall be cast out, and their stink shall come up out of their carcasses, and the mountains shall be melted with their blood. And all the host of heaven shall be dissolved. The heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll. So the host of heaven going into the rulers, okay, starting with Esau, Edom, and all these other nations. All right, they're going to be taken out of power. Also, their armies are going to be destroyed, because it says the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll. What makes the heavens roll together as a scroll? The mushroom cloud after the missiles hit. That's what it's speaking about. And their host shall fall down. Who host? The leaders of the world, their militaries. Okay? All that host shall fall down as a leaf falleth off the vine, and as a fallen fig from the fig tree. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. So what is the Most High sword? It is the thermonuclear missile. It shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea. That's the main target, which is the Edomites, so-called white people. This word Idumea is a Greek way of saying Edom. All right. And the people of my curse to judgment. They're the people of the Most High's curse. Why? Because they were created to be judged, to be destroyed. All right. They were created to be destroyed. The nation of Esau, Edom, the so-called white people, they're created for a purpose, and ultimately they was cursed to be annihilated off the face of the earth. All right. Yep. And then it go into how in verse 9, the river should be turned to pitch. And here in America, this land will be totally left desolate. All right. So this is Revelation chapter, let's see, boom, 10, 17, 16. This is Revelation 17 and 14. And it says, these shall make war with the Lamb. All right. Who is these that make war with the Lamb? When you read up, the 10 horns or the EU. All right. All right. And they work with what? Who? NATO. This makes up the beast, the 7 heads and the 10 horns, 7 heads. NATO, 10 horns. All right. Which makes up the EU. All right. The original 10 countries. These all have one mind, shall give their power and strength to the beast, ultimately to the system in mainly America. Okay, the system, their agenda, and mainly their agenda is played out through America. These shall make war with the Lamb, and the Lamb shall overcome them. So when Yahweh shall come back, you're going to have these Edomites and these other nations make war with Yahweh Shah. All right? And the Lamb shall overcome them. So it's going to be a quick victory. It says, in 1 hour shall Babylon fall. All right? For he is the Lord of lords, King of kings, and they that are with him are called and chosen and faithful. That's the elect, starting with the prophets. And he said unto me, the waters that thou sawest where the horse sitteth, which is a miracle, are peoples and multitudes and nations and tongues. Why? Because she ruled over all the world. And you see through her policies being followed throughout the whole world. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore. So EU is going to continue to gradually start hating America. All right. And shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. So America own allies is going to shoot missiles over here to America. All right. And it reads here in Revelation 18:1, and after these things I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was lightened with his glory. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the great is fallen, and is become the habitation of devils, and the hole of every foul spirit, and the cage of every unclean and hateful bird. This is the future of America, when it's totally destroyed and the smoke clear and the dust settle. It's going to be nothing but desert creatures over here in America. All right, let's get this last precept. Get Isaiah 13, and let's see, 17. Behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, which is the Russians, and all his allies, which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it. That's why you see the BRICS forming an alliance, and they're no longer dealing with the American dollar. All right, they're trying to, well, I can't say no longer dealing with it at all, but they're getting off the American dollar. All right, that's their whole plan. Ultimately, the world is going to a digital currency. All right, which is the digital currency being put in the chip is the MOTB. And that's the system that we're going to. That's the economic system we're going to, right? And it says, their bows also shall dash the young men to pieces, those the nuclear missiles, and they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb. Their eyes shall not spare children. And Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldeans, right, this great country of America, shall be as when God overthrew Yahweh Shah overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. It shall never be inhabited, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation. Neither shall Arabian pitch tent there, neither shall the shepherds make their fold there. All right. So it continues to go on about the wild beast that we just read in Revelation, the 18th chapter. See, the prophecy of America being destroyed and burnt with fire is all over the Bible. All right. So I was thinking about this precept, Isaiah 56, or is it 54 and 16? It says, behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire. So the smith, the modern day smith, all these scientists, starting with those German scientists, the Most High used them. All right, he used them to create the nuclear capability, and that bring it forth an instrument for his work. So the Lord put it in the minds of these German scientists, starting with them, now these other scientists, to create this nuclear missile and enhance it to the state that is it today, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work. So these scientists are bringing forth an instrument for the Most High's work, and I have created the waster to destroy. All right, that waster is the thermonuclear missiles, and they're going to be used to destroy their own makers, their own creators. All right, so the Lord got these heathen nations in the trick bag, in His trick bag. All right, and the elect of the nation of Israel is going to be delivered from this. Okay, this is Revelation chapter 11 and verse 14. The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. The woe is war. All right. The third major war in the earth, which is the World War III. All right. And it coming quickly. All the moves that's being made in the earth, politically and economically, is all going to end up following the prophecies of the Bible. All right, and then verse 15, the seventh angel sounded in the third, and there was great voices in heaven saying, the kingdoms of this world are become the kingdoms of our Lord and of His anointed. So once the war is over with, Yahushua coming to finish off the rest of the nations, gather them up, get ready for slavery. The kingdoms of this world, the powers that was, are become the kingdom of our Lord, which He's going to rule over the earth, and of His anointed, which is Yahushua, and He shall reign forever and ever. And after Esau is destroyed, Yahushua and King David and the Israelites will reign forever. All right, so Lord willing, this lesson was edifying, giving all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rachaf, Radash, Brakatham, Shalom.